Hello, and once again, we are live to the Modern Mystery School UK EU podcast and YouTube channel. And today we are joined by the lovely Julie. Julie, how are you?
I'm doing so great. Thank you so much for having me on your podcast today.
Well, I am very excited because we were having a little brief discussion beforehand, and we were talking about, why do we need the path? Because let's face it, out there, we've got a lot going on, haven't we? We've got to think about paying the mortgage. We've got to get the kids packed off to school. We've got all, what holidays are we going on if we're lucky enough to go on holiday? There's endless things. So why would we even need to think about path, and why would we need a path?
Yeah, no, that's a great question. And, reflecting on my own experience through my own initiations and walking the path, for me, so as a younger Julie, back in my earlier years, I was very much like, okay, I'm going to study hard. I'm going to go to the schools. I'm going to get the jobs. And then that's going to help me do whatever it is that I'm here to do. That's going to help me achieve this greatness, you could call it. And so, here I am doing the studies, doing this, doing that. And I finally get to sort of my big job, right? Where everybody that I worked with came from MIT, which is a very, high level university here in Boston. And I looked around and just thought, this is it, this is it. Okay. And I was disappointed. I felt I'd climbed this ladder and it hadn't taken me where I wanted it to take me. It hadn't taken me where I wanted to go. And an assumption that I had that other people might have as well, that the greats, quote unquote, they were kind of just born great. But studying on this path, we realized, no, they were initiated. They had these sacred and ancient keys to help unlock their own potential and as well unlock mysteries, hidden mysteries around us and bring that through in their manifestations, like Leonardo da Vinci did, like Shakespeare did. So yes, were they born with some potential and some natural innate qualities? For sure. But they didn't just study in this very academic manner. They were initiated. They studied in the mysteries. And so each person, if you're looking for, how can I make my greatness? How can I bring this impact that I feel within me? How can I bring this out to the world? Sure, you might need a university degree. You might need other things. But initiation is going to be, if you're feeling like you're hitting those glass ceilings like I was, that's really what that next step is. And my other point here is that why the initiation? Because initiation, we're not simply manifesting from our ego. We're not manifesting from Julie Grimm's lower mind. Because that's just noise in an already very noisy world with so many distractions. No, we want to manifest from the mind of God. We want to manifest in alignment with God's will. We want to manifest this divine, eternal beauty and goodness here on earth. And that's really what the key is. That's what the path, that's what the initiations, the classes, all of it, the activations is here to help every human do, right? What is their great work? What is their mission? What do they need to bring that forward? And so that's why, the vacation, great, sure. But when you're 85 years old and you're on your deathbed, maybe not 85. Okay, that's a little young. Whatever time it is, we don't know. You're reflecting. You're sitting. You're not on your deathbed. You're having a tea. You're reflecting. Okay. Did your vacation matter, or did it matter that you brought forward this beautiful, whether it's a piece of art or service or a book, or I don't know what it is, but you brought forward this beautiful thing that you have inside of you? That's what you're going to say. Life well lived. Job done. I can have my tea and rest a little bit.
It's very true. It's so funny when we think about people's, my own programming. I'm not pointing the finger, like you, I need to get a good job. I need to go and do these things. And then, all my problems are going to be solved. All this inner angst or this confusion or what anxiety or whatever is going on within one's own system. It's a multitude of different things from minute to minute, I think, especially when we talk to teenagers and the younger generation now with social media and everything that's going on, I mean, it's just a roller coaster of emotions and a roller coaster of, things being bombarded to them. So it's funny how we think, oh yeah, this is going to solve all our challenges, is this thing outside of us. And then we completely miss that there's training to help everything inside of us, who we truly are. And that's, walking the path, isn't it? That's through the power of initiation, receiving tools and keys, and then applying them in life. Then we get to expand way beyond we could even ever imagine, and to achieve the 50 holidays if you want the holidays, but also the inner peace as well. I mean, you can, that's the cool thing, isn't it? But yeah, it's that missing piece of understanding that, oh, hang on a minute, I actually can go here and walk the path to receive all the answers I need for every area of my life,
Yeah. And it's going to enhance, by doing that, it's going to enhance every area of your life, which is what I saw. I had studied biology, I had a master's degree, I got my biotech job working with all these very smart, very highly trained individuals who didn't understand themselves. And myself included, right? Because that's where I was at. And it was tough. It was such a hard working environment. And I just thought, this can't be it, And so whether you stay in working in a corporate environment, will you stay over here? It doesn't matter, but it's going to transform your relationships with other people. Of course, your relationship with yourself, your relationship to work, your relationship to everything. And through that, you can come into greater harmony and have just a more peaceful life, as you said.
So my dogs agree. So they're now barking and they agree with you. But yes, and also to be able to make better decisions in the world for everyone. For being very smart, isn't always going to help and aid us in making those really big decisions for the good of humanity.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Because, we only have so much time in a day. We only have so many hours. We only have so much energy. So are you putting it towards something that really matters? That really matters to you? And I would say really matters to your soul. Because if you lean very heavily on the mind, are you neglecting this whole other huge aspect of who you are that really, really matters? And that was me, that I felt very unhappy because I was neglecting all of these things that were also part of me, right? And so we want to have that fullness of your divine expression come through. And that's really the balance. That's really the beauty and the good. And then, yes, is what I'm putting my energy towards what really matters to me and to benefit those around us? Because we can spend our time doing tons of stuff and we can ask all these different questions. But am I asking the right question? Am I putting my efforts towards the right goal for me?
Yeah, I mean, it's tremendous, and I'm so glad that more people are stepping forward, and having that understanding that initiation and walking the path is part of a whole well-being package for us all. Our time is almost up, but something that we chatted about earlier is having that alignment to God and walking the path, and some people might kind of jump back at that and kind of go, oh, is this religion? Is this what are we talking about here? Is God going to tell me what to do? Or so what do we mean by that?
Yeah, I mean, the first and primary thing is you have to have a strong connection to God, strong connection to your inner divinity and to, God the Almighty. But for me, I was really lacking that. I was really, really lacking that. And so that was where, I was putting other things basically before God in my life, not understanding that I was in that state of separation or, godlessness. And then, so once that connection gets really firmed up for me, Universal Hermetic Ray Kabbalah, oh my Lord, can't say enough good things. It's so amazing for that. But of course, the Adept initiation as well has huge, huge, huge keys all about that connection. And then slowly and surely, as I began to walk the path, I saw places where my negative ego was clutching, clinging desperately to my safety net. And basically the will and the light of God was just very gently, but very consistently going, you can let that go. There's a higher and greater path for you. You don't need that. Yes, you think you need it. I understand, but you don't. And so it's that internal compass and that internal connection of, do the classes help? Absolutely. They're so amazing and so clarifying. But ultimately, for me, doing my rituals that you learn in the Adept program every day. Oh, here I am. I was getting a little bit sidetracked, and now I'm here. I am. I'm lined up again, and I can feel that flow. And, believing that God's will is your highest joy, is your greatest service, and is that greatest expression really of you and your spirit here in the physical, and starting to let go, for me especially, that ego clinging, the death grip, and the need to control, and the need to force from a space of not feeling, good enough, or not feeling that you're there yet, or all the different ways that our ego can come in basically and sabotage, because that's ultimately what it is. And surrender and allow. And that's, I feel planetarily, we are coming up. We're having a massive upgrade right now. And that's why more and more people are coming forward at this time to receive initiation, to walk this path, because they're feeling that call. There's the old way for sure, but we're starting to see, no. The old way has really run its course. And I know there's a new way, but I don't quite know what it is. And that's where being initiated, doing your rituals, walking the path, you're going to start to get that download of what your new way is, which is God's will, and be able to really step on that and walk that. And I truly do not know another way beyond, like, prayer, wonderful. Meditation, wonderful. Yoga, wonderful. Not enough. It was not enough for me. I really needed this path. And as I worked with the tools, I was able to form that connection. And yeah, I still have my sneaky parts that come on and, want to cling desperately to the old, but more and more and more, it's welcoming in that light from God, which is lifting us into those high frequencies that we can feel, we can touch in here and there. They're so all around us, especially right now. And so we want to allow ourselves to be lifted into that higher frequency and live from that space. And that's the joy, that's the beauty, that's the goodness. And as we do that, of course, for ourselves, we share that with everybody else. I feel it's like a little invitation, as I come up higher, I go, oh, okay. And I can invite you, guess what? There's a better way. And it's this way. And let's live this way,
100%. And that, if somebody had just tuned in and listened to that part, I mean, I would be, and it was me, I would be signing up right now, because for me, it's that alignment within oneself is the alignment to God's will, which is our own will. It's us as the highest being. So it's nothing separate. It's not outside of us. It is what we, who we truly are. And so when you're in alignment with that, it's like there's peace. There's no gap where this dis-ease, this stress comes. It's like, ooh, and then you glide through, and can glide through all of the challenges of life, and in that joy, in that peace, in that, as you were saying, that surrender, and it's just something to behold, magic,
No, truly magical.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Our time has whizzed by. We've gone over, Julie, but I think we'll be forgiven. I think we'll be forgiven on this occasion. So thank you so much, and we hope to get you back on in the future to talk about other topics. And if you are nearby to Julie, whereabouts are you exactly?
I'm in Greater Boston area.
Greater Boston area. So if you're nearby, get in touch with Julie. And if you are not nearby, get in touch with one of us and we'll put you in touch with somebody who is close by. We have many wonderful colleagues all over the world. So we'll happily connect you. So thanks again. And thank you to everybody tuning in.
Thank you.